YouTube is genuinely having a renaissance. Now, to understand what I mean by that, take a look at these two videos up on the screen right now. Look at their titles, look at their thumbnails. Now, I want you to answer this. What would you call these videos? If you're speechless, so am I. Like, when I first thought about this, what do you call a video that looks like this? What do you call a video that talks about that? Like, seriously, when would you ever see something like this, right? You don't search these videos up, they find you. But the funny part is that we all watch them. These videos have hundreds of thousands, millions of views. They're some of the most entertaining things on YouTube. And I wanted to take a deep dive on them, right? I wanted to talk about where they came from, why they're so entertaining, and how people think of this shit. Like, seriously, who thinks of this? And what I found is that it's a lot more complex than you'd think. So stay tuned, we're gonna go over all of it, and you're gonna see some crazy shit later on. Alright, let's start easy. Where did these videos come from? I'll make it short and sweet for you. Quarantine. Now, these videos didn't start in quarantine, but that was their beginning point, right? I'm not gonna go over all of that. You were all there, you know what it was. The most important thing about it was that everyone was bored, right? Everyone had a ton of time to kill and no idea what to do. So what do a lot of people like to do when they're bored? They like to watch videos, right? TV shows, movies, just long form videos like this one. And what ended up happening? Well, with so much time on your hands, people binge watched TV series, they binge watched movies, they binge watched documentaries on YouTube. And what eventually happened was everyone was kind of getting bored, right? Like, everyone was already bored, but you can only binge watch so many shows before it just starts to become slop to you. And that really unfolded over 2021 and 2022, right? As a year or two went on when everyone was inside, eventually you just watched everything. There wasn't much to watch anymore. And so when the world pretty much went back to normal, what was there to watch? I mean, think about it. If you're familiar with like memes, for example, right? Let's say some things that I've gone over. Reaction images, generational thumbnails. This stuff didn't sprout up until 2024 or 2025. So what happened during this blank period? 2022, 2023, and most of 2024? Nothing. That's the funny thing. Nothing sprouted up because everyone was trying to watch the old kinds of videos, right? The things that popped up before quarantine. Like I said, TV shows, movies, documentaries. But everyone was already bored of doing that. So a few brilliant minds had the idea to just make videos on what I can't describe as anything other than bullshit. So what were these videos? Well, they weren't on YouTube. You see, they were on TikTok, they were on Instagram. What might immediately spark your mind are these two words right here, Riz and Gyat. I can't believe I just said that out loud, but I'm sure you just got flashbanged back to 2023, right? This was the start of brain rot. Now, I'm going to be talking a lot about brain rot this video, because these generational videos and brain rot are kind of interlinked, and chances are you would say that these are kind of the same thing. Like, tell me right now in the comments, are these kind of the same thing? I want to know your opinion, because I think they are. Some of you may be thinking in your head that we always had brain rot on the internet. We just never deemed it as such until recently with all the, the 6-7 stuff. But like I've said, tell me not, there was a huge boom starting in 2023. And it slowly evolved into other things. This is the, the skibbity shit, the Ohio stuff, all that kind of stuff. And then it kept going on into 2025 with, like I said, 6-7 and some other things such as the Italian brain rot, Tung 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 Sahur, Aura, Cooked, all that kind of shit. Like, this stuff went from being in the back of the internet to being on the forefront. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to hit that like button and even hit that subscribe if you're feeling generous. But alright, back to the video. So with TikTok and Instagram to pioneer these kinds of videos, eventually YouTubers started realizing this stuff can be made into long videos, right? Instead of making a documentary about, I don't know, the Epstein files, which is a whole rabbit hole by itself. I'm not going to go into that right now. Let's make a video talking about if Elle could catch this guy. Because you know what? Why the fuck not? No, like, seriously, who would think of this? It takes so many years of absorbing brain rot and just getting worse and worse and worse until you evolve or devolve into shit like this, right? Like, this is a learned art. Like, I believe that videos like this are just the beginning of a whole renaissance on the internet as a whole, right? 2023 and 2024 brain rot, dare I say, was pioneered by TikTok and Instagram. And now in 2025 and 2026, these kinds of ridiculous videos are being pioneered by YouTube. And there's so many of them. Like, truly, I think this is just the beginning. Imagine going back in 2023 and showing someone this video. Or even just showing them a YouTube homepage full of videos like this. What the fuck would they think? I mean, it's only gonna get crazier from here. If you think we're at the extent of brain rot, you are sorely mistaken. Now, I actually think that this is a really good thing. And this is perhaps my craziest take of this entire video. I'm sure the word Renaissance kind of gave it away, but I really do think that these are beneficial for YouTube and the internet as a whole as we move on into the future. And let me tell you why. This is an entirely different genre of content than we've seen at all of the entire internet, right? TV shows have always been a great form of entertainment. Movies have always been a great form of entertainment. Documentaries have always been a great form of entertainment. But they don't really cross the line between fiction and reality in the way that these videos do, right? Because sure, movies can take real concepts, right? Philosophy, emotion, all that kind of stuff, and have a fictional take on it. But I mean taking like a real event and like actually just making fun of it. Now, yes, movies have done this before, but not only is it a rather rare kind of movie, but movies in general take so much more of a budget, so much more time than these videos do. Anyone with a creative mind can make these videos and make multiple a week, right? You can put out so much content like this, so many abstract things. All of these amazing videos, in theory, could be made by one dude in just like a month. Think about that. It's been done before. I'm not going to act like this is some sort of revolutionary idea. But to see it on such a large premise, right? You're taking real things that happen to real people, whether good or bad, and you're just throwing in some bullshit into it just because it's fun. And I think that's great. Now, some can make the argument that, this could be a little bit insensitive. These are real things, real people have been through. And I mean, movies have been made about far worse topics where they talk about like real historic events and like make fun of them. Like literally from that perspective, nothing is like off the table. It's just a matter of whether you consider it to be too serious or not. These videos are lighthearted, come on, right? Right, it's real topics, but it's fictional, fun takes on the whole thing. No one's really trying to be serious on it. You don't look at this video and think it's serious, but you don't have to. That's what real documentaries are for, and that's what they have been for the past couple of years, right? If you just wanted fiction, you would go watch TV shows. If you just wanted art, you would go watch a movie. But now you don't have to go to the theaters to see these kinds of things. Hell, you don't even have to boot up Netflix to see quality entertainment. There are so many people making so many brilliant videos just like this. And even though they're not serious, and even though they're indie and not super high budget, they're still amazing videos. I think they're only gonna get crazier in topic and more numerous in volume as the years go on. And really, I'm excited for it. I am. In my eyes, the more content like this, the better. Because TV shows, movies, documentaries, they're not going anywhere, right? As a matter of fact, people are making those realistic kinds of videos from their home as well. Look at YouTube channels like Fern, right? These are real topics, real documentaries. They are more serious in nature, but we don't have to make videos that are serious. This whole premise of non-serious videos made by non-serious people have made other people realize that anyone can make content like this. And a lot of people are more talented at it than they think. So as I've said verbatim, I'm excited for the future. And I think YouTube has a renaissance that's just beginning. But that's all for this video. Thank you for watching and let me know your thoughts in the comments below.